Hello, ladies and gents. What's going on? Here today is a gloomy, rainy, crappy day in the state of Illinois, or at least in my part of the state of Illinois. And we had some pretty bad storms run through here last night that were, it's pretty shitty weather. But I love it. So, one thing that I like about storms and stuff like that, man, I sleep like a baby. But anyways, been kind of noticing a little bit of comments, and I'm telling you that some of these comments that I've been getting have been getting kind of humorous, very funny, and just to kind of like not start any trouble or any arguments in the chat area of my videos and stuff. You all know I've been doing a thing where I've been kind of like monitoring, all the comments and approving whatever. So everything has to be set on hold for approval before I let it go. So what I've been doing is kind of, keeping an eye on certain comments and shit like that, So what's funny about some of these comments? Well, just so I don't embarrass anybody, or like I said, an argument starts up in the comment section of my videos, I haven't been approving some of these comments, and I don't want to embarrass the person that made the comments, unless that's what they're wanting, some type of attention or something. I don't know, but I'm not going to show the comment. I'm not going to put the comment up, but I'm going to say a few things. I don't know if some of these people that leave comments are actually watching the video and then commenting. So it's getting to be kind of it's getting to be hilarious, to be honest with you. It's actually kind of funny, but it's like okay, for instance, I was buying cheap guitars and using them to practice with or whatever, and now I don't want them anymore. I don't want to have any cheap guitars anymore. So what I've been doing is kind of like getting rid of them. All right. So I kind of got a little bit of, flack for buying cheap guitars. So now that I'm buying a better guitar, the Gibson, the SG, the Les Paul. So I'm buying a little bit better of a guitar now, something that getting out of the used shit or the the lower end of shit, and I'm still getting flack for it. It's like, okay, make up your mind. What do you guys want to do? You want to sit there and bitch about one thing or bitch about the other? I don't know. So next thing, the Gibson, okay, the Les Paul Gibson traditional that I got, and when I sent it back, now one of the comments that I got said something about the nut on there being, replacing one nut with basically the same type of nut that was on that Gibson. All right. Yeah, I did do that. But you have to realize something, all right? The nut that was already on there, I'm sure probably would have worked or wouldn't have been a problem or something. But later on down the line, there must be a funeral going over here at the church. Later on down the line, there's going to be a problem someplace, and I don't want to have that problem. Plus, that nut looked like a child carved it. Okay, it was pretty shitty of the way that it was done. They carved out a lot of material on the top of it. It just. Now, I've been putting together guitars and building guitars, replacing parts or whatever. Well, not building, but you know what I mean by building, by making kits. And I've been replacing the nuts on every kit that I get, basically, and using either a bone nut or a tusk nut or stuff. So I gotta sit there and cut the slots in it if it's a blank, or I gotta work them to get them to work. And I've been doing this for like 3 years now. So looking at a shitty nut on a guitar, I'm gonna know the difference and maybe know what's gonna happen using it. So I swapped out the nut that was on the Gibson Les Paul Traditional, the one that I just got. Well, not the one that I just got now, but the one that I got earlier that I ended up sending back. Now, another thing is that, you know, I sent that guitar back without putting the old nut back on. Well, when I got a hold of the guys and told them what I did with the guitar and stuff like that, and then found the crack in the body, they had no problem with it. There was no big deal about replacing the nut on there when I explained, and I actually sent them back the nut that came with the guitar. I put it in a plastic baggie and stuck it inside of the case, the little compartment that's underneath the neck. And they had no problem with this. The nut that was on there looked like a child filed the piss out of it, okay? And like I said, I'm sure maybe it would have worked or there wouldn't have been any problems and stuff, but I wanted to put 10s on the guitar. And I don't know what the condition that the nut was in, if I was going to able to do that, if there was going to be some type of a problem with that. It was bad. It was really bad. The lighting of the video and stuff trying to show that nut being white like that didn't really do the nut justice as far as how shitty it was. So that's why I replaced that. And again, you know, the comments were, you know, kind of stupid, so I didn't bother even posting them. So it's not that the comments were bothering me or that there was something going on where, you know, I have to say something. No, I really don't have to say anything. But I tell you what, man, some of these comments have been getting really fucking funny. And again, you know, over stupid shit. But so I'm kind of thinking that you guys aren't watching, or some of you guys aren't watching the video and just, you know, hurrying up to make a comment, which, you know, watch the video first. Sorry that it might be a little bit long or whatever, but watch the video first. Or watch it later on when you have time to watch the video. That way you can kind of see and understand what the hell I've been doing and why I'm doing it. But, yeah, it's kind of funny. I gotta take the Saturn in to have some transmission work done to it, and you know, shit that I can't do at home. I don't have anything to work on transmission, so I'm not. That's one part of the engine that I don't want to fuck with. But so I'll take it to somebody who can fuck with it and have them fix it. Saturn's been acting a little funny lately. For what I've been reading on how to fix it, it just sounds like, you know, with the amount of miles that I have in the car, it's time for like a transmission flush, and that'll fix the problem. So we'll see. Hopefully that's all it is. It's like $180 some odd dollar, you know, repair. Not a big deal. This transmission is not a serviceable transmission, so there are little holes on the side of it. One is a filler, one is a drain. Not like the old traditional transmissions were, where it's got a pan on there. You just take the cork off of it and let it drain out. This is not like that. So it's a little bit more complicated. Plus you need a pump to, I guess, flush it out or something. So that's what's going to end up happening with this thing today. And then I'll have them do an oil change on it too. Get that done as well. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. Why some of you guys may not be seeing your comments. Kind of saving you, I guess, maybe the embarrassment or the argument. I don't know. Unless that's the attention that you guys are wanting. But I gotta say, I appreciate everybody's comment, regardless, you know, what they've been saying. You know, thanks guys for, you know, and your help. And some of you guys gave me some information about the tuners that were on the Gibson, and the reasons why I replaced them right away was to keep from having some of the problems that I read about. This one here, you know, I'll wait for the problem to happen. I already have the tuners. I got them put away. If I start seeing a problem or start having a problem, then I'll just swap them out, you know, whatever. But I do want to get the strings changed on it. I haven't been doing anything with the Les Paul. I mean, kind of like yesterday I ended up running around computer shopping. I ended up picking up my father it's like an all-in-one computer. The monitor, the computer is all built into each other. Not a bad. It's an HB 20 all-in-one, I think they call it. It's not a bad computer. It's not very fast, but for what he's going to use it for is just checking email and maybe printing out some documents and shit like that, pictures maybe. It'll work out fine for him. Not something I would buy for myself, but you know, for his use that he's going to use it for, that's fine. Not a big deal. Plus, it's pretty cool. It's Bluetooth and it's Wi-Fi, so you can, like, don't have to wire it someplace and be close to the modem or whatever. You can basically Wi-Fi it to the modem and still have internet connection and put the computer wherever you want to. It's kind of nice that way. Plus the Bluetooth, I want to check out to see how it works with the Line 6 amp. If I could Bluetooth that computer into the amplifier. Something I've been wanting to do on my laptop, but it just, for some reason, my laptop says it's got Bluetooth in it. Either it's a driver problem or something. Something's been going on with my laptop where the music when I'm playing it after like a few hours starts getting kind of crackly, and I'm trying to think if maybe it's a heat problem or I know when I downloaded a install kit for drivers from Dell, all the bullshit started up with the computer, so with my laptop. So I don't know if that's the problem or something else is going on with it. But I'm supposed to do a reinstall on it, and my buddy has my fucking Windows disk to do it, because this one does not have a partition in the hard drive where it's got a recovery partition. It doesn't have that. So I'm going to have to do it with a disk manually, and then I'll make the partition because I put a secondary hard drive inside of it. So I'll make the partition and put the disk on it. So you guys take it easy, have a good one. That's what's been going on. Not a big deal, just kind of it's getting to be hilarious. So you guys take care.